Hello, beautiful and beloved ones. This is Lorelei from the Tightrope to 5D Music Reactions, and welcome! And if you wonder about that strange title, stick around to the end. I'm going to give you a special message about this historic shift from third dimensional consciousness to fifth dimensional consciousness for the entire population. It's never happened before. So that's pretty cool. But first, we're going to do a reaction to So Young Everyone. Here we go.
내가 마냥 서러울 때면 내가 눈물이 되리 어두운 밤 험한 길
Clearly so involved here. She's always so beautifully invested in whatever she sings, right? I'm not sure, like I said, what she's singing, but beautiful emotion she's bringing to it. I wish, we all had one common language. This whole business of the Tower of Babylon breaking us up into languages was really difficult for communication. But here we go.
내가 너의 등불이 되리 어쩌나간 쓸쓸할 때 내가 너의 밤 되리라 나는 너의
Be moving by all the people's faces here. Whatever she's saying is very moving, and it's everyone, so maybe it has something to do with everyone coming together, or something to that effect. Did you see the beautiful outfit she's wearing, ladies? Right? Oh my goodness, I want that shirt. It's so gorgeous. Let's continue. Actually part of the dress. I'm not sure. Tell me if you know. Comment for me if you know anything about that. So gorgeous. She's giving us the English version. Oh my goodness, this is great. Perfect. Here we go.
He said, I'll be the one to be your king. Oh, when you need someone to share your love, he said, I'll be the one to
she always reminds me of like singing in a church choir or something. She's just got the whole thing going on, the background music and her investedness. Oh my gosh, we got to go back a little bit. That's so great. Hold on.
The valley of shadow, he said, I'll be the one
think she's talking about, faith. I think she's talking about the divine. Like, I'll be the one to boost you up, to walk with you. This is so beautiful, so wonderful. Wow. Stop. You're waiting for a climax, but it's just more and more and more climax, It's like, oh my goodness, let's go back a little. She just keeps going and going.
외로울 때면 누가 날 위로해주지? 바로 여러분.
So whatever that was clearly very poignant. I won't know. Maybe when I translate, I don't know how to translate it in two different languages, but we'll see what we do. But wow, that was very poignant, wasn't it? And she's just amazing. where does she pull all of this energy? It's like she did 7 or 8 climaxes in that thing. Oh my goodness. She is so amazing. Oh, oh my goodness. And she has officially inspired me to get serious. Okay, if you're a voice teacher out there, put it in the notes, or a vocal cord coach. I'm not quite sure which one would be better for me, but put it in the notes and let me know how to contact you. Give me your website or something, because I want to sing like that. I don't know if I'll ever quite be able to sing like that, but my closest version is what I would like, And, I got a fairly decent voice, so it needs some work, but, yeah, put it in the notes. She has inspired me. She is truly phenomenal. I don't know where she gets her facility with her voice in every different direction, in all different ways, and up and down, and soft and loud, and here, there, and everywhere. I don't know where she gets that energy. She just keeps pulling it and pulling it. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm so inspired. I have to tell you. So, so do put it in the notes if you are a vocal coach or a vocal teacher, or if you know a good one. Put me how I could, just give me some kind of website or something like that, or Facebook page. So, so now I have to put this on my scale, and I'm pretty sure it was about the divine. I think, talking about, getting high with, close to the divine, and that will lift you up and everything else. So this is a really high song. I have to tell you, on my scale, 1 being very third dimensional, fear, pain, sadness, anger, 10 being very fifth dimensional, love, peace, joy, bliss, all of that. Oh my gosh, it's so flippin' high. I haven't gone this high, I don't think, ever. But I'm going with a 9.75. Like 1 being third, 10 being fifth, 9.75. Oh my, that was so wonderful. I just so enjoyed that. That just made my day. That made my day. Oh, listen. And if you enjoyed it too, by the way, hit the like for my video. You can hit the like for her video. I always put it in the notes to give them their due reward or whatever. And subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. And by the way, if you'd like to know a little bit more about me, you can go to the About Me video on YouTube, which leads you to a longer video with even more information. And I want to really thank you, by the way, those of you who have supported me, either through my Patreon support page or by the Buy Me a Coffee, or the new one on StreamYard, which is super thanks. I want to just tell you I appreciate all of this so much. I also like to know, by the way, would you guys like me to create a little small group where we can do wonderful things that would uplift you? I can bring in meditations, and I can bring in maybe a song or two, and sometimes a live stream, and whatever else we can think of. Would you like to be involved in a small group like that? Let me know that in the comments. A few bucks a month, Okay, but let's move along then. Let's go to our message for today. What is frequency healing, and how does it assist us to get to the 5th dimension? So what the heck is frequency healing? Well, I'll tell you what, I'm using it right now. See, what many of us don't know or don't realize in these physical bodies is it all comes down to frequency. I mean, literally. When the divine said, let there be light, and he became like that consciousness of the light. Like that's how he was able to reverse around, right? Becoming the consciousness of the light. And the light, this conscious divine God light, now says, well, let's do some things, and getting some angels and some archangels and whatever beings to be with him and everything else. But let's create this thing. Let's create this fun thing called matter. And how does it create matter? Literally by frequency. Sound frequency. Now, these frequencies may not be heard by you. They may be too high or too low for the human ear to detect. But these frequencies, literally every bit of matter is created from frequency. Now, I don't know the exact quantum physics method. So if you do, put that in the comments. Let us know how does it exactly work. But I do know it all comes down to frequency, or sound, if you will. So light being the consciousness, and the divine light, so to speak, and the director, if you will, and sound being the how the frequency is creating the matter itself. Okay, so if you create matter then through frequency, then it should be very, very obvious that you could heal matter through frequency. In other words, there was a perfect frequency for everything of the body, and everything out there has a frequency. This scarf, this cabinet, this microphone, everything, matter has a certain frequency. But in the body, each different thing also has a certain frequency where it's at perfection, like your hair or your eyes or your face, your skin, your fingers, whatever. Every little thing, every muscle, every tendon, every organ has a certain frequency at which it is created. When it was created, is at perfection. Okay? But what happens is when we get sick from the variety of stuff in the environment and from mental, emotional stresses and lots and lots of junk in the environment coming into our bodies through our food, through our water, etc., then these parts of the body go out of that perfect frequency. Like they literally go to some funky, weird frequency that is a frequency of sickness or unhealth, okay? So if you wish to bring that body part back to perfect health, then you need to bring it back to the perfect frequency. And when it's at the perfect frequency, it is able to then do everything it needs to do perfectly to operate in your body and whatever it's supposed to do, okay? So that's how that works. You want to bring it back to that frequency. So I have literally been using this frequency healing. I had an issue with my teeth, okay? And what I did was I just went onto YouTube, and I've been doing these frequency things for a while, but this specific issue, I was having pain in my tooth, and it was getting sensitive, hot and cold, like really bad, about maybe, I guess it was about 7 months ago. So I went to the dentist. They said, well, we're going to rip it out. I said, oh, let's wait a minute, right? And I started to play every night this frequency for dental health. And I would just leave it sitting on there while I'm sleeping for 7 hours or so. And literally, what do you know? I went into the dentist again last week, and they didn't do an x-ray, but I can tell them I have no pain. I have no sensitivity whatsoever. So I'll wait another 6 months to do another x-ray just to be sure what's going on, because I don't like to do miscellaneous x-rays all the time. But as we speak right now, there is zero pain or worry or concern in that tooth. So I'm telling you that frequency does work. And that I did just by going on YouTube. And you can search any issue that you have on YouTube. You can search frequency healing for headaches, or frequency healing for eye problems, for macular degeneration, for thyroid, for whatever it is you want, immune support. You can go there and you can search it. Then I actually started my mom in a direction here too, because for about a year now I've been looking at this thing called the Wave Watch and thinking to myself, well, everybody in my little group at Ancient Awakenings, whoever's got that Wave Watch, which is sending frequency to your body parts or whatever you're needing to heal, whoever has that Wave Watch is having really, really good success with it. So I finally said, okay, I'm going to spend the money, I'm going to do it, I'm going to get the Wave Watch. And here we are with the Wave Watch. So I put the Wave Watch on my mom, who's 94, and I leave that on her for like 5 hours, and then that's during the day, and then at night I put it on me to clean up and heal up whatever I need to heal up. And I'm gonna let you know how that's going maybe in another few months. But what you need to know is, it really certainly does work. It has worked on a lot of people, because you're really bringing your body part back to the frequency at which it is at perfect health. And I expect that it will work wonderfully on me. My only question was, would my mom keep it on her arm? Me and my mom, by the way. I wondered whether she would keep it on her arm, but so far so good, And she's doing it, and I'm doing it, and we are healthing up our bodies through this frequency healing. Now, the other thing that's coming in the matter of frequency healing is something called, they call them quantum healing technology, but for lack of a better word, people tend to call these med beds, okay? This will be coming out into public in the very near future. And once again, you're going to get into this big old machine that feels almost like a CAT scan, the one you slide into. It's a big round, like cylinder shaped kind of thing. You get in there, and they just using that frequency and that light also, they are just healing up that body completely, perfectly, in every way. And this is coming out in the next few years. It's been out there in the world, but as many technologies that are meant to help us have been kept from us as the population, right? That's what's happened with this. It has not been available to the masses of the population, but very soon it will be available. And then you say, well, okay, so these are all the things to heal you. You're literally going to get in there. I don't know if it's a few hours, or I don't know if it's a few days, or you go in for a few hours over a course of a few days, but literally heal yourself back to the state of like 20, 30 years ago, right? Whatever your age is now, take it back 20, 30, 40 even years, okay? And you heal yourself back to that. And that's pretty amazing, isn't it? And so that's going to be coming out. But then you say, well, okay, what does this have to do with the fifth dimension? Well, basically, in a nutshell, in order to have the body make it to this shift to the fifth dimension, all this DNA is being upgraded. We've talked about that. Got the light coming in, it's upgrading the DNA. It's starting to do what it needs to do. It's starting to heal the body, also as well, okay? But in order for this massive shift to go, where we're changing from a carbon base to a crystalline base, and again, we're doing that a little at a time, but when the massive shift where we finally do that fully and completely happens, the body must be in pretty darn good shape. Okay? You can't have a body that's unhealthy in all these different kind of ways, because it's just not going to make the transition. It's literally not going to survive the transition unless we get our body to a wonderful state of health. Okay, well, what's really handy about this is that there's 3 waves of this happening here, where we're all going to go to the higher dimension. So some of us, if you're not at a state of readiness, you're just not going to go. You're just going to wait. Your body will wait until you're at that state of readiness. Okay, so some of us are going to go the first wave, then maybe a few years later some in the second wave, maybe a few years later some in the third wave. So wherever you are right now, it's time right now to start getting your body healthy in every way possible. Now, obviously, it's eating right, it's eating healthy organic food, it's taking supplements to detox all the crud they've put into your body, and different ways of doing that. I mean, all of that's included as well. But then this frequency healing is one big, huge thing to put into the mix to bring you to perfection for this amazing shift to the fifth dimension. And you're going to make it, I'm sure. Okay? So, and what they've been doing, by the way, is assisting us also in our the higher beings out there that are kind of hovering around our planet, by the way, watching us like we were the greatest movie, right? We're Indiana Jones on steroids, the best movie. Men in Black times 10, right? Just such a great movie to them. So as they're watching us, they're also like sort of helping us by filtering the light to make sure that the light coming from the great central sun and through our sun then to us is not at such a high level that it would basically knock us out too early, too soon. So they're kind of bringing it in by bits and pieces. And then there'll be a big wave, which some of us will be ready and we'll go, okay? Okay, then you go along, and then there'll be a big wave and some more will be ready and they'll go, right? And so on like that for 3 different waves. So this is why you really can start wherever you are right now to get yourself ready. You're not behind the 8 ball. You're exactly perfect, exactly where you are. Okay, beloved ones, that's my message for today. So I'm sending you that wonderful high frequency vibration, that high frequency energy, the peace, the love, the joy, the bliss, as So Young was telling us, that divine connection to the beautiful, to the divine, to the creator of everything, whatever you want to call that. It's coming at you now. Here it comes. Namaste. I honor the God in you.